Okay, so here's an update on the Conley. I've got it all taken apart, and I guess the primary issue with it was that the valves were stuck on this thing, and I've got all 4 valves freed up and moving, and this really looks like it was a low time engine, so I'm not going to drop these valves and clean them because they were just stuck from the few runs it had on it. And this crankshaft was very clean to begin with. When it came out, it looked like this. Now, one thing that I think is really odd about it is that it has a cutout for a Woodruff key, but it has a split collet, like a double thickness split collet, and this hub on it that does not have a key. I thought it initially had a key when I saw it like that, but that's just a split collet. So being number 81, this is just an interesting thing. This is how it came out. There was not a Woodruff key in there, and it just was on there like that. So that's that. This rear cover with this is fine. It's all cleaned up. Crankcase all cleaned up. Everything has been cleaned and oiled real well. The piston didn't have much runtime on it at all. The ring was free when I took it out. So this is ready to go. And as fate would have it, I actually had a set of bearings that fit this engine. So in all reality, I could probably go ahead and put this thing back together. One thing I want to show is, let me put a piece of paper towel down here, it'll make it a little easier to see, is how the cam follower and camshaft operate on this thing, because I think a lot of people would be interested to see this. So here's just, this is the exhaust one. It's the one that has the broken off screw, and somebody had tried to drill it out unsuccessfully. I'm not going to even attempt to unless the owner actually says, David, you must do that, and then he's going to accept responsibility for what happens. Otherwise, it'll stay in place. The rocker cover will stay in place with one screw. But so here's the camshaft, and as you can see, both lobes rotate at the same time. But it's these lifters that are interesting because they're like several pieces. You've got the main follower here, but then if you take this thing apart, there's actually little discs in here, and I think each of these had 2 little discs installed, and then this thing just kind of sits in here like that, and I guess those discs are for adjusting or setting the valve lash. But this is exactly how it came to me, so I'm going to put it together exactly as it came to me and just hope the valve lash is good. But I thought that was kind of an interesting thing to see how that portion operates. So I've still got some other parts, the carb and the timing gear, or the timing gears to clean up, but otherwise really nothing more exciting on this engine than these things I've already shown you. So hopefully I'm just going to be able to put these back together now and see if I can get compression and that type of thing.